I'm reliving the childhood I never had.
Nan Walden is a lawyer, rancher, and champion horse breeder. She also co-owns Green Valley Farms with her husband Richard, a 2,800-hectare pecan farm south of Tucson. Like most Arizona farmers, seasonal or temporary workers are important to their business. Temporary visas to work in the U.S. are limited, and at times, agriculture must compete for workers against higher-paying industries.
When the economy is good and construction jobs are booming and healthcare and hospitality jobs are booming, which are very important in Arizona, it's tough to get good workers.
Walden says the current temporary worker program doesn't meet the needs of farmers. She wants a change as part of comprehensive immigration reform.
We have 260 permanent employees, and then each time during harvest each year, we hire about 50 to 60 what we call seasonal workers.
She says modern agriculture requires skilled workers who are not easy to find.
I don't care for the term unskilled labor, which is often applied to farm labor, because today's farming is very modern, mechanized, high-tech. It takes a high degree of skill to operate the machinery. The machinery is expensive. It is easy to break down if a mistake is made, and that's very costly in our business. When we're harvesting, we operate our plant 24/7 in shifts, 3 shifts of 8 hours, and then we clean every week. So it's very important to keep things flowing or one gets behind.
When the economy is good and workers are hard to find, crops often rot in the field. Walden says bureaucratic delays can kill a harvest.
The current rules for getting visas for workers are just not workable. They're not practical. They require that you notice the job and to almost prove, which is almost impossible, that an American doesn't want the job before you can hire. And if it takes 45 or 75 days to do that, you've already lost your window of harvest.
Judith Gans with the University of Arizona says meaningful immigration reform will solve the temporary worker problem.
The way I think about illegal immigration is that it's a symptom of a mismatch between pressures that are pulling migrants in and driving them to come to the United States and what the economy needs and what the legal channels provide. We have this mismatch. We have an obsolete system, and meaningful immigration reform will fix that mismatch.
As a rancher and business person who lives and works less than 50 kilometers from the Mexican border, she says building a bigger border fence will not solve our immigration problems.
Let's remember, our greatest trading partners are Canada, Mexico, and China. But of course, Mexico is very important. Mexican tourists come up and spend money in Arizona and vice versa, and this should be a synergistic relationship. So when you hear of a simple solution like just make the border more secure, you should be suspicious of that, because those of us that live here realize that there is no such thing as a simple solution, and it needs to be well thought through.